Welcome back to the ninth installment of the After Dark Show. You know who this is. This is Red Rich. Thank you for coming back again. I see we already got somebody in here. Um, today's show came out a little later than expected, but hey, we're here. Um, I just wanted to thank you guys for always showing up, rolling dubs. You already know, brother. Man, we having a good time, and just enjoying life and doing our thing today. So I just wanted to say what's up. I had one of my brothers already here, but I guess he left already. So it is what it is. But welcome to the show. Um, Today, um, we're gonna start talking about the direction of this team. What's up, Kush? That's right. That's right. Right on. Right on. Right on. This direction of this team. A lot of people are. I keep hearing that a lot of people are upset with the team because they haven't signed a big name free agent in on defense, and it's kind of like the more I think about it is, isn't that what John Gruden was doing? Isn't that what Mike Mayock was doing? They would sign that big name free agent defender, and then it would just really never work out. It was, I mean, we're still paying Corey Littleton. We're still, I think we just paid off Nick Kwiatkowski. So like I understand Raider Nation's thoughts on um, how they're not doing enough for the defense, but I think what they want to do is they want to score points. They want to put up 35 to 40 points a game. They want to have the offense be able to carry the defense and then grow an organic defense. Something I was looking at, while Ziegler was at the Patriots, they, I think they only signed Matthew Judon. That's like they rarely sign a bunch of uh, big name free agents. They normally bring in some, uh, but they normally do it organically through the draft. And I think that's what they're going after this year. Um, the draft is where they're going to be getting their defenders, and they're gonna draft and develop these guys, and they're going to continue to do that. They got 12 draft picks, um, and all they have to do is spend $15 million on their total draft picks. So this is going to be a really good thing. Right, right. So am I though. I mean, look at all the bullshit we went through with John Gruden and Mike Mayock. I mean, we all knew that they were fucking up draft picks, but we sat there, we rationalized that, oh, maybe Damon Arnett is better than, maybe he's going to shock the world or something like that. And we all knew that that wasn't going to happen. We all knew that, that was a bad draft pick. Just like I wanted Cleve Farrell, but I wanted him at like 27, not fourth overall. So let's be honest. And another thing, a lot of people, the defense is so bad. There's that. Yeah, the defense is so bad. The defense is so bad they need someone nearly at every spot, and that's also a good thing because they need, damn near at every spot. So I don't think that the team can go wrong if they draft a defensive tackle, they draft a linebacker, they draft a safety corner. It doesn't matter at this point. Anybody they draft is going to help. And one of my biggest things is I wanted to see these people bringing some help for Max Crosby. It's not fair just to waste his career or keep having him there, without any help. He can't do it all by himself. Let me get to these comments. Yes, let them cook. Come on now, Dubs. You already know. You already know. Look, we're gonna have to trust. I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to trust the process all over again. These guys are gonna draft and develop people. They're going to put the Raiders in a situation where they have a young defense. And yes, it's going to be a young defense, and it's probably not going to be that great year one. It'd be better year two. But there has to be some kind of process. You can't keep firing coaches and expecting different results. I mean, nobody's going to walk in and just be able to fix his defense just, overnight. And this defense is so bad, it's not going to be fixed overnight. You mean, dude, we need depth. We lost 30 players, right, at the end of the season. And then, we're supposed to replenish that with just 12 draft picks. Come on, dude. You mean we need depth? What's up, Alex Martin? But just we're not going to be able to just completely overhaul the defense in one offseason. I'm sorry, this defense is just really bad. Other than one defensive end spot, I don't see it just going. Dude, I'm sorry, dude. Hargraves doesn't fix his defense. I mean, there's so many holes in this defense. One or two defenders, high-end defenders that we could have we could have picked up for large cap hits and stuff. They weren't going to fix his defense. We need people at every level. We need somebody up at at the defensive tackle position. We need linebackers. We literally have the worst linebacking core in the AFC, by far right now. Secondary, it ain't even that. I'm sorry. I like Trayvon Mullen. I like what he brings to the table. I think that he can be better than what he was last year, because that was obvious by how he played his rookie season. However, we still need corners. We need corners. So, dude, but the Raiders need the whole second half of the defense needs help, and then they need pressure up the middle. I mean, offensive lines are literally sliding to Max Crosby. They're sliding their whole offensive line, and they're trying to wash him out all the time. Yes. Okay. So I believe the defense gave up 26.5 points a game, right? And I just seen a couple years ago, the Kansas City Chiefs, they won a Super Bowl with their defense giving up 26.3. Okay, so that just goes to show the defense isn't that far off. It's manageable. I don't need a top 5, top 10 defense. I need an opportunistic defense. Then go out there, create some turnovers. I need somebody else to give Max Crosby, help free up Max Crosby, and help get push along the defensive line front. Now, I will say, Tillery, if not everybody noticed that once Tillery came in, Chandler Jones started playing a lot better. He started, coming in and doing things. I think he's not a pass rush specialist, but he's good enough to get a push up in the middle. So I think that just that little bit of help freed up Chandler Jones. I'm saying a top 20 defense, you can start seeing things change, Dubs. I mean, a top 20 defense, say you're only giving up 25 points a game. That means your offense only has to score 26 points a game. We're not asking for astronomical shit. Dude, you got Josh Jacobs. You have Devontae Adams. You have Jacoby Myers. You got Austin Hooper. You got a good offensive line that put up the number one rushing running back last year. I mean, this is doable. We got a quarterback who's 8th best in the NFL in the red zone. Who can throw with anticipation, who can actually doesn't have to wait for the receiver to finish running the route to throw them the ball. I think there's a lot of things that can come out good from this. Do I think Jimmy G is the end all be all? No, I don't. I think I said on Raider Cush's show, and some of you guys follow me on Twitter also said this: are the Raiders one quarterback injury away from the #1 overall pick? I'm just saying. Hold on, real quick. Hey, Alex, Dubs. Hey, if y'all want to roll up, shoot up. Let's get this talk going. You know, this is every one of my shows is a fan show, except for when I'm going live from my car on my phone. I can't do it. I said this week we would do better. Guess what? We're doing better. I got my background. Look at me, shine. Doing my thing, and so if y'all want to roll up, roll up. This is always an open platform for everybody to come on. You guys have some differences of opinions or points of facts. This is a good place to come because I don't have to be right all the time. I can be wrong, and I'm not going to sit there and argue until till the cows come home, because trying to prove the fact that I'm right. Just we're here. We've been doing this together. We're all one nation. We're all one big fan base, and I want to keep it like that. All the division and strife and stuff like that. That's out the window. We're not doing that anymore. We're gonna stick together. We're gonna be together, and we're gonna do things how we used to do all the time. So. All right, so with this offensive line, the offensive line allowed Derek Carr to lead the NFL in explosive plays. A lot of them were by design. A lot of them were maybe 1 or 2 man routes, very simplified with a lot of misdirection. This offensive line put up a lot of people bash offensive line, but didn't Tim Brown's records get beaten in one year? Didn't Bo Jackson's single game rushing record get beaten this year? I mean, these are things that this offensive line has put together, and they've shined. They've came through. I think a lot of people need to start paying more attention to this offensive line. I think Cameron Brasillo has consistently done a good job. He's been very unorthodox, and I get it. It's not how most teams do things, but you know what, dude? It's working. It's working. We have a young stud right tackle and Thayer Munford. We have a serviceable, good right tackle in Jermaine Illuminor. And then we also still got Heron. I think he played 2 games last year, and then he got hurt. Can anybody correct me? Did he play 2 or did he play 1 game? I remember his whole stint was like real short. But yeah. We still got him coming back, and I think he played. Didn't he play right guard and he got hurt? I think he played right guard. He got hurt, and then I think that's when Bars stepped in, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that. Anyways, hey, we're at that point of the day. Saludos. Okay. So we got Heron coming back. I think this offensive line is going to have a lot more stability, um, and a lot more depth. Um, uh, ¿Cómo se llama? Brandon. Uh, Brandon, I like to jump off sides. Yeah, no matter what, I think he's good positive depth for this team. He can play the swing tackle role. He's going to be able to uh, basically take up for any miscues, either at right or left tackle. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how this completely works out, but I'm sure that it's going to work out just fine. He's not a top 20 offensive tackle or starting offensive tackle, but I think he can be fine for a couple games if need be. Um, yeah, uh, but uh, yeah, right. So um, along with the offensive tackle position, I think the Raiders they're also gonna build a lot of depth. I don't see them going um, all defense the whole draft. I think maybe 3-1. They got 12 draft picks. I'm gonna say 9 on defense and possibly 3 on offense, and we're probably gonna be looking at I don't know, some guards, maybe. Dude, honestly, if I see the Raiders get another fucking receiver, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. I'm so tired of all these goddamn receivers. I think we got 12 on the roster right now. It's kind of hard right now. I don't want to see them draft another receiver unless it's like a dynamic receiver that can't miss receivers. You know, yeah, no receivers. I'm good. You have Hunter Renfro, you have Devontae Adams. There's no need for all that. I would like to see them draft maybe a guard or two, and then I would also like them maybe possibly to I don't know draft a developmental quarterback. Um, I'm not going to be mad if they don't trade up in the first round for a quarterback. I'm not going to be mad about that. I'm going to whatever they whatever they see is right to fix this team. I'm gonna support. We all went through this with John Gruden. We all went through this with Reggie McKenzie, we, Jack Del Rio. We seen that there was processes, and we seen that at times, it was you can see the process actually working, and the sad part of it is that in a lot of it, um, they hit the reset way too many times. They hit the reset. Jack Del Rio was here and things started turning around. Then he went 6-10. Then after that, well, he had to announce his own firing. And then John Gruden's in. John Gruden, oh, we're bringing back Khalil Mack. Never brought him back. I mean, how do you not bring in defensive MVP? Come on now. You know, uh, then we've seen this year. It's I how can I put this correct? I don't think that Dave Ziegler and Josh McDaniels actually seen what they actually had in this team just off the film. I think that they had to see it on the field. I mean, we have to be honest. They won a lot of games just on pure luck in 2021. Pure luck. I mean, the last 4 games, I think there was we faced a lot of injured teams, and not only that, we kind of had a shit show at the quarterback position, and we still managed to win games. Josh Jacobs put the team on his back. The defense was top 3 in 3 and outs. Max Crosby would not be denied anything. He put the team. He also put the team on his shoulders. It's kind of hard and difficult to pinpoint everything. Did I think that team was sustainable? No, I don't. I fucking PlayStation. Not the same NFL. We want high scoring. We have enough receivers to build. I'm good with that too. Hey, but to be honest, I'm also good if they want to trade up for one of those guys. You know, for Young or Stroud, I'm good. I like Anthony Richardson. I just don't want to trade up for Anthony Richardson. I like his play, and I know he can immediately run the zone option. I mean, the read option. I know he can immediately run an RPO offense. There's a lot of things that he can do day one and be effective. I just don't know if he's going to. The guys give me a whole lot of Mitchell Trubisky vibes. You know, just like he wasn't a long-term starter. I would like my quarterbacks in college to be completing passes around, I don't know, 65, 70%, you know, while in college. And I think he was, 57% passer. So it's a little hard. It's a little hard to digest. You know, I would like to see a bigger. I would like to see a bigger sample size than just. I think he played 13 games last year, so I'm still on the fence with him. Don't get me wrong. If they draft him, I'm supporting him. I'm going to support him. I'm going to believe in him the same way I did in Jamarcus Russell, the same way I did in Andrew Walter, the same way I did in Rich Gannon, the same way I did with Derek Carr, the same way I did with a lot of these quarterbacks. You know, I believed. You know, I thought Matt Schaub might have something left in the tank, and he didn't. But, you know, I thought these things. You know, I was willing to give these people chances until I really feel that they can't do it. And so, yeah, I'm going to support whoever they draft. I'm not mad if they wait till next year either. A little bit more quarterbacks coming out. But at the same time, I do think if you're going to trade up for one quarterback, everybody's going to get a little mad at me for this. But I'm willing to trade up for Bryce Young. I really am. I think Bryce Young is that guy. I think if he was 3 inches taller, he would be called a generational talent. He would be called all these great things. He's just short. And that's the only reason why he's not. Yes. All right, hold on. Let me get my brother in here. You know, Robinson was cracking.
What's happening?
Man, I'm loving the avatar, bro.
You like that?
Yes, sir.
So you should see the whole one. It's part of a larger background that I made.
Really?
Yeah, it's the one
When'd
that
you make this background?
On was it Canva? I believe Canva. I actually have a little GIF in the background of one of them with
Right.
Show Nuff sliding through the picture.
Right.
an animated version of Show Enough.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, but I haven't been able to find a way to make it play on. Well, I can play it, but it has to be a video. It just won't do it in the background.
Okay. Oh, so you can't do motion in the background?
Not in the background. It has to be a picture.
Okay. All right, bro. I'm just happy I finally got this one. So
Looks
I think
good.
I'm done. I think I'm doing swell.
Work on that lighting.
Right? Don't nobody want to see me that damn clear though. I'm just saying.
Well, you're wearing an awful lot of white and silver on a black background. You standing out,
right?
But you look
Right?
dull. You the star of the show, brother. You can't have shadows.
Right? I mean, shit. Hey, you like the lid though, right?
But anyway, to what you said, I too believe that if Carolina does not take Bryce Young or CJ Stroud at number 1 overall, that the Raiders would be able to catch one of them at 5.
At 5?
At 5.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So all right, so we're still gonna stick to the script, right? That the Texans are taking a defender, right?
Anderson.
They're probably taking Jalen Carter or Will Anderson, right?
Will Anderson.
Yeah. All right. So Texans are taking a defender, right? So who's after them? Arizona. They're taking another defender, right? Because they need it.
Yep.
All right. So we've got 2 defenders there, right? And then after that, it's what?
So
who's 4th?
That's where it gets a little difficult because you got the Colts and you got a new coach and who's already got a quarterback who knows the system.
Right.
So would you bring the rookie in? Yes, but are you going to start the rookie over Minshew, who already knows the system when you need to hit the ground running? Because you do have a team that is capable of winning if you can get the offense acclimated and whatnot.
Right. Oh, okay. So he's coming over from Soriani. Is it Soriani's system out in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
Dubs, I'm with you. I would, if I draft a quarterback, I want to move up for him. I don't know why I'm like that. I want to move up for my quarterback. I want to pay the cost for this guy. This guy has to be undeniably the guy. I don't want a quarterback that just falls in my lap for some reason. I don't know what it is. I want to move up.
And I get it. And ultimately if he's there at 3, that I'm going to get him.
Right.
If he's there at 3, I'm going to get him. Do I think that he'd still if he gets 2, if they get 2-3 and there's still CJ and Bryce, that one of them is gonna drop past 5 or drop to 5? Because if they once they get past the Colts, I got them falling to 7 because the Seahawks and the Lions don't need quarterbacks.
No, they don't. But at the same time, though, there's other teams that do need quarterback, and they're willing to trade back, right? Because we all know Pete will trade back.
That'd be more Snyder than Pete. Pete would go with best. He would continue to build his defense.
Right. I wonder. Because you know what? I think that while you're right, they might be there at 5. I don't know, man. Can I really trust the Colts to not draft a quarterback though? Because I know
they got other needs and they can draft a quarterback later. They could draft a Hendon Hooker type.
Right.
They could very well easily draft mayonnaise in the coffee.
Doesn't that sound gross though? Mayonnaise in the coffee, fool.
I wouldn't have did it, but
That is some not from California shit, right? Straight up, you ain't from California, bro. But anyways, yeah. Now I'm thinking about mayonnaise in the coffee, bro. That's just all kinds of wrong, dude. But tell me, am I wrong for thinking that mayonnaise in the coffee would be their guy, right? That fits the prototype, right? You know,
listen, again, you know me. I have been consistent on the placement of, or rather, the abilities of mayonnaise in the coffee since the beginning.
right,
And if somebody wants to burn a first round draft pick on that said individual,
right.
and,
Especially a high one,
and
right?
as long as it's not the Las Vegas Raiders, I'm all good with it.
Oh, okay. So he came in for a visit, right?
Everybody's come in for a visit. And if you really want
Okay.
to get super technical, said how often do Raiders draft guys that come in for visits?
I think last year they only drafted one guy who came in for a visit, and that was it.
And throughout the course of history, very rarely do they ever draft a guy that they visit with. And sometimes I think that's kind of stupid, but
Right,
especially when they've shown a propensity for outsmarting themselves, and that's the only people that they're outsmarting.
right. Thank you, Al. Thank you, Mike Mayock. I appreciate it because Mike Mayock he would go to the national championship. You, and you, right? That's it. That's all you had to see. May
And
I ask you? May I ask you a question?
okay, go for it.
What's your thoughts on drafting another player out of Clemson anytime soon? I just
Not,
got to get your honest opinion,
not high, not good, Bob. Not good.
right?
Not good. Not doing it.
In the first round, Hank Mardukas, Clemson. Be like, what the fuck?
And I'm looking at, and everybody's told, what about Brian Brees? I watched the combine. I was like, nope.
Right? Yeah.
Not off of what I saw. So tell me what he's supposed to do that's great, because I'm looking at him and I'm not seeing it. I'm looking
Right?
in the bag drill, in the pass rush drill. I'm not seeing it.
Okay. What about old dude out of Pitt? He seems like a third down specialist, rushing on, but he's got good pass rush moves. It looks like he's just gonna be useless in run defense. I mean, but there's plenty of Hall of Famers. I mean, Warren Sapp was not good against the run. I remember the Eagles used to run the ball down his throat. Just he's a Hall of Famer, one of the best ever to do it.
It is what it is. I mean, I just don't I just don't feel that. I just don't want to be the one to go there.
Wow, really? You just don't want to go there all of a sudden?
No, I had a bad experience.
Really?
And, and let's be real. When you're talking about Clemson's defense and you're thinking about, you got all of these wonderful expectations and whatnot, but remember, Will Venable left and went to Oklahoma.
Right.
That Clemson defense last year was terrible.
Right.
They gave up many points.
Right.
This is not the Clemson defense that won a natty. This is not the Clemson defense that won. Well, I mean, I guess they did technically win the ACC, didn't they? Some way.
Yes, they did.
Some way, somehow, still managed to pull that off. But I got to tell you, it's been one of the weakest ACC years you've seen in a long, long time.
Right. They just had to worry about what Maryland and
Maryland's
Syracuse.
Big
That was
Ten.
it.
Yeah,
Oh, they're
Maryland.
in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Damn, I thought they were ACC.
Nope. Big Ten.
Mm.
Think their toughest game might have been
Miami.
Vandy, Miami, Florida State,
It's not good, bro.
Virginia.
But okay, because I think Cristobal is gonna actually help Miami because he can start recruiting people out of South Florida. Just
Yeah, it
what a
started.
novel thing.
So,
Not what a novel thing. Get people out of South Florida.
yeah, and I got to tell you, with what they got, well, I don't know. I ain't gonna say nothing, but on back.
Right.
But man, yeah. All right, Desanya, let me see what you got playing.
Oh shit! You watching the fight too, or what?
Of course.
That's right. That's right.
I'm watching the fight. I interviewed old boy from Daniel James, not old boy, but from Bellator earlier today. Got that up on the Combat Lounge YouTube page, Combat Lounge on Twitter, under my own
Right.
profile as well.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, Daniel James is a really cool dude.
Right. But that's the dude out there doing uh
Running the
what
gym,
is it?
and mentoring the kids, not
Yeah,
charging,
yeah.
them, ain't got no bread, trying to help change some lives, teaching everybody don't quit.
Right.
It's easy.
It's damn easy, right?
Yeah, quitting is easy. Everybody wants to do it.
Hey, but sticking in and sticking there and doing and being tough is it's kind of the hardest part. You mean like pushing through, the BS and putting your head down and getting shit done is the hardest part of all this. I mean,
Absolutely.
last week we did a live. It was actually an amazing live. Just man, I kept fumbling. Trying to do it in my truck on my phone. It was hard as all damn hell.
It's
So
amazing.
you push through, you get things done. A lot of people was like, I like the show you did. You looked like you had a hard time, but you got it done, bro. Good job.
Meager beginnings make for you know what I'm saying? Make you strong. It's easy to
Hell
do it when
yeah.
everything goes right.
Right? Micheladas. Micheladas, bro. Love them. Love them. Especially when they're those negative modelos. Talk to me. Talk to me.
All right, so what we got here for the style bender? We're doing a lot of leg kicking, some sizing each other up. Pereira Rock walking up on Izzy, kicking the leg, calf kicking. Ooh, there's another one. Adesanya on Pereira. More circling. Feint. Ooh. Another leg kick from Pereira to Adesanya. Question mark kick. Doesn't land. Miss with the jab.
Wow.
Kick.
Hold on, I'm fucking looking for it right now. I'm trying to find it.
Oh, I can't give out the link because I still need to
Right.
watch
Right?
it.
Please don't, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at Pereira working the body and back to them leg kicks. He's gonna tear that leg up. That little
Right?
leg. So Izzy didn't check that chin. He's throwing over the top. Ooh, okay. You got it. You should have pumped that double kick or that body. The body works. Okay. Nice combo by Adesanya. Body kick, 1-2. Finished up with a body kick. But Pereira is working that leg kick. Good.
Hey, brother, let me ask you a question. All right, so what is your thoughts on the general manager after in year two doing a pivot? I know a lot of people they talk about, they said it wasn't a rebuild, they said this, they said that, and then I don't think we're in a rebuild, I think we're in a retooling. But what is your thought on that? Because
So go ahead, finish. I'm sorry.
I kind of don't think that because I touched on it earlier, I kind of didn't think that they actually knew what they had in their team. I thought the Raiders in 2021 were just lucky. They hit so many different lucky streaks. The defense, went from one of the worst to the top three and out defense. I mean, the last 5 or 6 weeks they started holding teams to low. What was it, under 20 points often. I mean, Josh Jacobs put the team on his back. He averaged 115 yards rushing a game. Max Crosby was not going to be denied, and you can see that this year it kind of took a toll on the team. Like they didn't get those lucky bounces, and they didn't. It wasn't the same exact things going on. You mean, for the team to fuck it, I'm gonna tell the truth, dude. They just wasn't as lucky. The ball didn't bounce the way it did last year. You mean, instead of bouncing into their hands, it bounced to to the other team's hands. And it was like the team was. It just fell apart. You mean, like I don't think I don't know. What's your thoughts on that?
So things did not fall their way. There was a lot of self-infliction with that one. There was a lot of injuries. For it started looking like a typical Chargers season where everybody was just falling down, getting hurt. Soon as you find somebody you might need, he's getting hurt, and you just got nothing. And so, could you hold it up to last year's? You could, You could. Hold on, I'm sorry. So Pereira's got Adesanya up against the cage, and he's giving him them hands, and it looked like uh, business as usual for Pereira, but he's back out there in the middle. He moved it back out to the middle of the fight. The cage. And now they're trading, and Adesanya, and bless his heart, Adesanya is out there fighting like a champ, but he's got to be able to get it done. But moving back to what I was saying, so you asked me a question about the general manager. When you look at what these guys do on tape, when you think about what type of player they are, and the system, and you have an understanding of the system, you feel like guys should be a fit. You never know how somebody's going to fit in until you actually get there and you're running your system, your program, all your stuff, and you finally get a chance to see how they react and how they thrive, or how they fall behind and whatnot, and don't grasp it when you finally get there.
Right.
You and I both thought that if ever there was a situation where they were setting up Derek Carr to have success, it was this one. And
It
yet
was this year.
in this here, but I also told you that there would be no place for him to hide. They gave him
Right.
everything that he needed to have in order to get the job done, and if he did not get it done, it would be because of him.
Right. Okay. So I just want to like just say something in that though. The first 3 games they put every game in his hand.
Yep.
Every game. Because I remember a lot of people were upset. They're not running Josh Jacobs enough. No. With Darren Waller, Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfro, why would you be handing the ball off? Why? I'm sorry. With those kind of weapons, this should have been the greatest show on turf. They should have been knocking it out of the park. They should have been putting up 50 points a game. Let's be honest about that. Once they figured out that once they figured out that it wasn't going to work running the offense purely through the quarterback, that's when they pivoted and started running the offense through Josh Jacobs. And lo and behold, the Raiders started being successful, right?
Yep. And so
go ahead.
So what you saw was your passing game being out of sync and unable to carry the offense like they thought it would. Why was that the case? There you want to blame the system and some other things, because it wasn't the fact that you didn't have a number one receiver. It wasn't the fact that you didn't have your top 3 tight end. Ooh! He knocked him out! Oh shit! He did it! He knocked him the fuck out! He's still out! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh, who doesn't like? Hey, bro.
Oh,
Dubs, I'm Blaxican. I love watermelon. What the fuck? I love watermelon. Shit.
Oh, I fucking told Cade. Oh my god, I told Cade. I was like, listen, bruh. I saw the look in that man's eyes, and bruh, look, I don't know if he's gonna bridge the power gap, but I know he's coming to fight. Like that man, he knocked that man the fuck out, Rich. Woo!
Really? I still can't find it.
The fuck out. Wow.
I'm looking for it. I can't find it. I'm over here looking for this link. Hey, give me a second, Robinson.
All right. Yep. Woo! One. Boom. Two. Knocked him the fuck out. Boom. Woo! Spun him around. Boom! Gave it to him again. Boy, knocked him the fuck out. Knocked him the fuck out. Woo! He got him snoring. Knocked him the fuck out. Wow. New light heavy champion of the world. Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Hey, my bad. Sorry for the technical difficulties, bro.
Yeah, whatever.
You already hit me in the shit. So eat a dick. That's funny.
Oh, yeah. That is insane.
Right? Let me ask you a question though. All right, so I mean, since since today's been a fun enough day, right? So we all understand where and how this offense, how it changed everything else, right? They did try to run it all through Derek. They did try to make it where the team could thrive under him, and well, it just didn't happen, right? So I'm thinking, how much more successful is Jimmy G going to be in this offense? I don't think that there's a large gap in between them, but I do think they're different players and that they could do a lot of the same things similarly, but not, you know, they're not the same guy. You know what I mean?
They have similar traits, and they also have some similar bad habits and game flaws, if you will. How much success can that? How much success if Jimmy G does not eliminate half the football field and actually goes through his progressions, no matter what defense he thinks they're in,
Right.
then you're already looking at somebody who has the potential to be up to 50% better.
Okay.
Now, the one of the key differences that I will say is that Jimmy does possess the ability to be an anticipatory thrower.
Right.
In this style of offense, that means that he'll be throwing into open windows faster because he anticipates them being open, and even if they're not open, if he's throwing to the correct spot,
Right.
he should be able to beat any defense no matter what.
Right. So at the same token, right? So you also have to understand too that if you have five eligible receivers, right, in this offense, it's a matchup offense. So there's four routes that can be ran from every position, every eligible receiver, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the quarterback has to be on in concert on page with all of his receivers, right? Dude, this is 20 different route combinations. So the quarterback also has to be able to be thinking the same thing that the receivers are thinking, right? Am I wrong?
You would think.
You know, I mean, because with a matchup offense, right? Um, I honestly, I thought bringing in a Perkins offense, the same offense that Bill Musgrave ran, right?
Mm-hmm.
That has West Coast tendency, same offense that John Gruden ran,
Mm-hmm.
right? That Derek Carr should have thrived. I think on our last channel we had after dark, right? I said the Raiders going undefeated then, right? They're
Mm-hmm.
going undefeated. They shouldn't. Nobody should have. They're putting up 50 points a game, right? You know. Well, they didn't. So I was wrong. So
Didn't
uh,
average 35 points a game like I said they would either.
right, and but all the building blocks were there for that, though. They were all there for that. They were all put in position to To win? You mean like, oh, oh,
Yeah, better red zone player.
eighth best, right? Versus 29th best. Look at this. Oh, really, Dundee? You know, finally showed up. What's happening, bro?
Dundee. G'day, mate.
Right? There ain't no good day, mate. This fool is in Santa Ana. Fool, he's like, Corrale, sir.
Well, Dundee, mate.
Right? But yeah, I just think that a lot of the problems that happened on offense wasn't purely on the coaching. A lot of it was in concert with the quarterback. But don't get me wrong, I'm not letting Josh McDaniels off the hook for his bad clock management. Calling some dumb end arounds and shit, you know, with uh, Devontae Adams. You just don't put Devontae Adams in that type of situation. You know, just no. Let him do what he does. I would like to see Devontae Adams in maybe a little bit shorter routes. You mean, and let him improvise after the catch. You know what I'm saying? Like let him do his thing where he can make someone miss. I mean, we've seen how dynamic Devontae Adams can be and is. You know, so I think we should do a little bit more with that with Jimmy G. Uh, put Devontae Adams in a better position to be more successful than he was last year. Because I mean, there was games what he had like 2 catches, 20 yards. I mean, just let's just think if he just averaged, I don't know, 180 yards passing, you know, something like that. You know, just I mean receiving. You know, just I think Devontae Adams would be able to not only thrive but be have the numbers to show that he is the best receiver in the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Duddy, you know, I sent you the link, bro. I don't even understand why you ain't even there, bro.
Mm-mm-mm.
So sad, so sad. All right, so I'm gonna go back to this one. Jimmy G alone is better in the red zone, better red zone player. I hope 3 to 4 more wins. All right, so Jimmy G at the same time, right? Jimmy G is what eighth best in the red zone, right? In the last what 6 or 7 years, and uh, our former quarterback was what 29th, right? 29th of 33 qualifying quarterbacks, right? In the red zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
When it's just really it's two things that should never be mentioned in the same sentence because they just never really went together like oil and water. That would be the former quarterback in the red zone.
you ain't shit.
And
You ain't shit.
to even contemplate, just like somebody said, that alone, that difference should be hopefully 3 to 4, 3 to 3+ wins a year just off of that. Because you think about how successful the quarterback was in between the 20s and how everything just went to shit as soon as he hit the red zone,
Right.
especially inside the 10.
Right.
It's and it's incredible how many times they got down there and couldn't do anything unless the running back was getting it in.
Right. Oh, for sure, because fuck, dude. How many touchdowns a year does Josh Jacobs average? I don't even know that offhand.
I feel like it's been 10 to technically it's 10.
Okay, 'cause I think it's 10 to 12, right?
I think at this point it's 8.
Okay. Hmm. Well, remember earlier this year we thought
No,
Josh
wait.
Jacobs,
It's 4. This he's going into his 5th year, so it would be 10. He's at 40. He's at 40 touchdowns and 4,700 yards, I believe.
right?
So he's averaging about 1,100 yards a year with 10 touchdowns.
Okay. I'm not see, but that still sounds right, because sometimes people like to say the quarterback averages 4,600 yards throwing, but has 23 touchdowns a year, averages 23.5 touchdowns a year. It doesn't add up. You see how Josh Jacobs, his rushing and his touchdowns, they add up. They make sense. I mean, they're for every 100 yards rushing, he's getting a touchdown. You know what I mean?
At least one. And if he's breaking 100, he's usually doing at least 2.
Right. One short. Hey, and he did this year what I said I thought he could do, and I got rebuked so badly about it. He broke a long one, right? A long one, right? Because remember, we was like, well, if Josh Jacobs had any speed, we would have beat the Cincinnati Bengals, right? Guess the Seahawks. Guess who had that speed? Josh Jacobs, right?
It was an overtime, man. They said, "Fuck it, we ain't winning."
They was tired. He wore. Hey, bro. Who was it? Julius Jones and Marion Barber. You know what I mean? Everybody thought Marion Barber was so much better than Julius Jones, right?
Yeah.
Who was the one wearing them out? Julius Jones, right?
Yep.
Shit. Hold on. I gotta answer my door. My bad.
We have a deep threat now, Dorsett. DA should get some relief. Renfro back healthy should help if he isn't traded. We slightly upgraded with Jimmy, especially in the red zone. I believe we are better. We had a deep threat in Keelan Cole. The former quarterback just couldn't hit him. He got open quite a bit. He just always got either overthrown or underthrown, and never got the ball in a position where he could make the most of it. Seem to have that problem a lot, but it is what it is. You gotta love these long, dramatic pauses from the host of the show.
Right? That's what I was thinking. I'm like, God damn, dude, the fucking host is dead, dude. What the fuck? You mean shit? Yeah. Anyways, but nah, man. I have to agree. I have to agree with you with that with Keelan Cole. But at the same time, though, what's that? Young cat we had who came over from the Chargers. He was a deep threat.
DeAndre Carter.
No. His name was some with a T. Uh, he played a little bit in 2021, 2022. Yeah, he got cut early. He got cut real early. Damn, I can't think of his name. Oh man. You know what's funny? I was looking at the 02 draft and I keep trying to say Teo Johnson, and I know it wasn't Teo Johnson, because remember he was the tight end the Raiders drafted.
From Stanford.
It was from Stanford?
Yep.
Oh, man, they got a cat from Cal and Stanford in one draft.
Teo Johnson was good.
Teo Johnson was all right. He was all right.
I mean,
I think
neighbor, but he was good. He was good for what they did with him.
Okay. But so was what's old dude his Michael Rivera.
No, Teo Johnson's better than Michael Rivera.
Yeah, they're the same guy, bro. Why you lying?
No.
Why you always lying? Why you lying, bro? Same shit. I think I'm pretty sure Michael Rivera had more touchdowns than him. Cause nobody cared about Michael Rivera in the red zone or shit. Tell the truth. Matter of fact, see what Dub's got to say. Okay, yeah. I'm hoping that means 3 or 4 wins, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so if we can score at, I'm talking about 6, not 3, at a 75% clip, I think the Raiders win 2.5 more games. I mean, just I don't know. I don't know. You still have to, like, I'm not putting everything on the defense, and I'm always the guy who normally just defends the defense. The defense was not supported. The defense this, the defense that, right? Yeah, the defense didn't hold up its end of the bargain, but I understand why. I mean, it wasn't like there was a lot of financial backing on the defense. You know, when 90% of your defense makes less than your punter, dude, you got issues. You mean some long issues.
Long.
Yeah. Come on, Dubs. Come on, man. Hold on. Ricky Dudley.
You go as far back as Ricky Dudley.
Bruh. How about this one? What about selecting Dookie Williams over Ray Lewis? Tell me about that one. His name was Dookie. You hear me? Like, does that not tell you something? You hear me? Like, damn, his name is Dookie. Al got it wrong.
That was a no-brainer. They made it easy for you, Al. His name is Dookie.
Right? Just saying. 5 years later, I think he was out of the NFL. Shit, what time is it? You think you the only one, bro? Come on, Dubs. You ain't the only one, bro. See. Was it 2 weeks ago I turned 46? Come on, brother. I've seen some bad shit by the Raiders, bro. I've seen 2 Art Shell incarnations, bro. They got consecutively worse every time. You know what I mean? Like,
so I didn't see 2. I've seen Art Shell twice, not incarnations. Art Shell himself,
right? All bad, dude.
And
all
like
bad.
The second time, I don't know how he got invited back after the first one.
Shouldn't have been invited back after the first one. That's the funny part.
No, we sure shouldn't have.
right? Especially bringing people, his offensive coordinator out of a bed and breakfast, bro. Come on, bro. That just screamed #1 draft pick, right? You're getting the #1 draft pick. But hey, we're about, let's see, hour and 20 minutes in. I want to thank everybody for showing up. I'm probably going to end this within the next couple minutes. I appreciate everybody who comes in. I appreciate everybody who shows up later, checks in, sends good messages. I appreciate all you guys' time, you guys' efforts, and dealing with me today. Today was a tricky one for me. It was a tricky one, but
It's that
come
cupcake.
back. That's right. I'll be that. I'll be that. Hey, stay unfiltered. Stay after dark. Don't give a shit. Tell your truth. I love all you guys. Come back again. I'll be back next week. We're going to stay consistent. We're going to keep doing this. I'll talk to you guys later.